Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. The channel is for education and technology. So, the purpose of Wing Chun 1850's education system is to bring what is a short strike Wing Chun of 1850 to today's world so that it make possible every Wing Chuners be able to know exactly what it is, be able to develop the uniqueness, and be able to have fun with it. So if we look at like Western boxing, the Western boxer know exactly what is Western boxing. And at old age, like many Western boxer is at their 70s, 80s, even they are not fighting in the ring anymore, they can still play with their heavy bags, shadow boxing around, having fun, moving their body, getting healthy. And my goal is to bring Wing Chun short strike of the ancient 1850 to the West. And of course, to bring this to the West, it will be like a technology transfer. And similar to a technology transfer, we want to do things step by step with different phases so that everybody be able to know what it is, be able to develop what it is. Okay, so the core of short strike Wing Chun is plum flower footwork. Without being able to handle, to be proficient on the basic of plum flower footwork, one basically do not know what is short strike Wing Chun. That is the bottom line. That is the reality. That is the truth. So, plum flower footwork is the core of short strike Wing Chun of 1850. It is the soul. It is the uniqueness or specialty. But one need to be proficient with it. Like a Western boxer, they are proficient with the soul of Western boxing. We don't talk about who is #1 fighter. We talk about anybody who study Western boxing is proficient with the Western boxing uniqueness. Western boxing is not a judo. A Western boxing is not a karate. So it is at that level we need to bring the short strike Wing Chun of ancient 1850 to today's. So everybody know what exactly it is and know what is the content. And thus, one need to be able to understand, be able to train and be proficient with the plum flower footwork. Otherwise, there is no short strike Wing Chun. Let's not kidding ourselves. However, to develop, to be proficient, or even to learn plum flower footwork, it is not what in general thing today. It is not a footwork. It has to go through different phases of development, step by step, before one can really say one know about the plum flower footwork, one be able to train with it, be proficient with it. So there is 3 development state or phases to develop the uniqueness of short strike Wing Chun. The first phases is one must develop the lower abs breathing, or the 2C state, which is presented in the Wing Chun matrix. Today we can do it with sticks, with walking sticks. So very fast we can experience what it is, we can develop that with the walking sticks, as in the Wing Chun matrix have the processes to develop them. The second step is one need to develop the momentum and multi-directional force as described in the restricting Wing Chun. The multi-directional force and the momentum handling. One needs these two to condition the body, or the functional training to condition the body. The third step, only the step. One can get into the study or the training of the plum flower footwork, as in the restricting Wing Chun. Okay, now, in order to be able to learn, to practice, and then later be proficient with the plum flower footwork, I have already designed a tools which I name Plum Flower Reference Rack for you. It is a low-cost stuff, under $30 US dollars. Or if you know how to make work on wood and so forth, you can make your own. Simple stuff, but it is a must to have this. Okay? So the development will be, first you need to have the lower abs breathing, need to have experience in the momentum and multi-directional force handling. Only then you can go to plum flower footwork. Without this, forget about the plum flower footwork. You'll never get it. And here you have the tools, the sticks, the walking stick, the red bolt training band, and then here is plum flower reference rack. So same with technology, I released the development tools with phases. So very quickly, this technology can be used by everybody. Okay? Now, this rack is important, is critical in fact, because if you look at the plum flower footwork, okay, the plum flower footwork. This footwork consists of many things there. The first is this is the sticking body footwork. This is the get in, the shoot in, or to get into the sticking body range. And one need the handling of momentum to get in range. one need the multi-directional force when one is within range, within this cycle. And only that way one can play with different footwork pattern from different angles, different range, and the so-called managing legs, such as using the knee to attack the opponent or to crush the opponent entirely, go through the opponent, control his momentum. If one is good at control momentum, one do not have to hurt other people, because there's the teaching of the Buddha. One don't hurt people. One can manage his momentum. So, with this rack, one can practice the plum flower like shadow boxing in Western boxing, or slip the lines in Western boxing, so that one can be proficient with the plum flower footwork, like this thing, the Z footwork and so forth, the footwork inside here. So one know how to manage things, manage the legs, different type of legs, different type of leg management, different range and the angle and so forth. One be able to play with the plum flower reference rack. The more one play with the plum flower reference rack, the more one proficient with it. And even at the old age, as soon as one still be able to walk, one can play with the rack. One don't have to punch, to exert a lot of force or momentum, but one can have fun with it. With this, what you train is what you get in the real life. It's not walking in the pattern, but you play with the momentum, the multi-directional force, the footwork, how to get in, how to play when it is close. That is this. However, one need to have this. Without the multi-directional force, one is not going to be able to play close at sticking body range. Without the momentum handling, one will not going to get in. One cannot shoot in. And one cannot use the momentum in the close range either. So, that is the plum flower footwork. We need to get that. Without the technology, nothing works. And there's no uniqueness. So, when I have time, next time, I'm going to share with you the plum flower reference rack, so that one can have fun with this footwork with the racks. So these books have the process and the instructions of what the ancient. These tools is using modern tools, affordable, low-cost, modern tools to develop this skill, so that one be able to be proficient, and only with that one can say one know short strike Wing Chun. So this is to share with you today, and short strike Wing Chun of ancient Israel. We have the technology. We have already transferred the technology to the West. Scientific, systematic way. Everybody can have it. It is an education system. Got nothing to do with lineage and all those kind of stuff. It's plain technical. It's like our Western boxing friend. He can stand up saying that I practice Western boxing. And I can show you what is Western boxing. The uniqueness, the dynamic. We want to be able to do exactly like that too. The same level. When somebody said, I practice the short strike Wing Chun, be able to stand up and share with our friend in other martial art. This is short strike Wing Chun. This is fill in, this is shoot in, this is our footwork. How we get in from different angles, how we deal with things, the uniqueness. We don't have to be #1 fighter. We don't have to be the invincible guy. We don't have to be that. We just have to be able to present. What are we studying? What do we proficient with? What is the uniqueness of the art we study? When one reaches that state of, I know what I'm doing, I can share with you. Maybe I'm not proficient, but what is what? Explain to you. And I know what is the specialty, the key inside this thing, what is the difference compared with other things. One feels secure, one feels good. And thus one can discuss technical without going to keeping quarrel with people, argue with people who is most authentic, who is most original or most advanced. We don't need to do that because we know we are confident. We know what we are doing. We know the uniqueness. So that is the bottom line of the goal. And that's what I intend to do so that every Wing Chuner can stand tall. Tell everybody, this is Wing Chun. This is ancient short strike Wing Chun. I might not be able to fight as good as you, but I know the characteristic of my art.